The school hallway buzzed with chatter until it was shattered by the sharp sound of a slap. Zara Collins, a young black girl, staggered, clutching her books tightly as they slipped from her arms. Her cheek burned red, but she refused to let the tears in her eyes fall. Standing before her was Liam Carter, a smug white boy whose voice dripped with cruelty. "People like you don't belong here," he sneered. His words echoed louder than the slap, cutting deeper than the pain on her face. Around them, classmates exchanged uneasy glances. Some whispered under their breath, "That's too far," while others stayed frozen, their silence heavy with cowardice. A few even smirked, secretly feeding on the cruelty, their eyes saying what their mouths dared not. They agreed with Liam. Zara stood small but unbroken, her mind replaying her mother's words, "Never forget who you are. They can try to shame you, but they can never define you." Summoning her dignity, she turned to walk away, but Liam slapped her again. The sound echoed louder than before. Her books scattered across the floor, laughter and gasps filling the hallway. Zara clutched her cheek again, her heart pounding, yet her spirit refused to break. Liam stood proud, feeding on the moment, never knowing justice was already on its way. If this story gripped your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories that open eyes and spark justice. Heels struck the floor, sharp and unyielding. Elena Collins, Zara's mother and the renowned owner of a luxury fashion house, appeared like a storm. Elegant, fierce, and unstoppable, her presence commanded the entire hallway into silence. Elena had planned to visit her daughter that day and was walking with a teacher when the sound of the slap froze her mid-step. She saw everything, Liam's arrogance, Zara's pain, and her fury ignited. "Stop!" Her voice sliced through the air, steady and powerful. She stepped forward, eyes locked on Liam. "Did you just lay your filthy hands on my daughter?" Her voice trembled with rage, each word dripping like fire. Liam stammered, "I didn't." "Don't lie," Alina thundered, her voice echoing against the lockers like thunder. She pointed directly at him, her eyes blazing. "You think you're powerful because you can hit someone smaller than you? That doesn't make you strong. That makes you weak." Gasps rippled through the hallway. Students who had once been frozen shifted uncomfortably, guilt tightening in their chests. A few lowered their heads, unable to meet Zara's eyes. For the first time, Liam's arrogance cracked. His smirk wavered, his confidence crumbling under the weight of Elena's gaze. This was no longer just about a slap. It was a reckoning. If Elena's courage moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more gripping stories of dignity and justice. Elena's eyes swept across the crowd, sharp and unyielding. "And shame on every one of you who stood by and said nothing," she declared, her voice echoing like thunder. "Silence is as cruel as violence." Her words struck the students like stones. Some lowered their heads in guilt, others shifted uneasily, finally realizing their complicity. A few dared to glance at Zara, their eyes filled with regret for doing nothing when she needed them most. Elena pulled her daughter close, her tones softening as she brushed a strand of hair from Zara's face. "No one will ever make you feel less than who you are. Not while I breathe." Then, with renewed fury, she stepped closer to Liam, her heels clicking like warning drums. "What did you just do? How dare you touch my daughter?" she hissed. "You think strength is in your hand? No, strength is in restraint. Strength is in respect." The hallway fell into suffocating silence. Liam's smirk had vanished, his bravado dissolved under the weight of her words. Elena turned suddenly to the teacher standing nearby. "Tell me," she demanded, her eyes sharp as blades, "is this how black students are treated in this school? Is this the environment you claim is safe?" The teacher faltered, unable to answer, shame written across their face. The truth was already undeniable. This was no longer just a confrontation. It was a moment of truth for the entire school. If Elena's words shook you, don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more powerful stories where justice silences hate. The school could no longer stay silent. Days later, in front of the entire student body, the principal stepped forward with a heavy voice. "On behalf of this institution," he said, his tone filled with shame, "we sincerely apologize to Zara Collins for failing to protect her." All eyes turned to Zara, who stood tall beside her mother, Elena. The apology echoed through the hall, but the punishment was yet to come. The verdict was read aloud. Liam Carter would face mandatory suspension effective immediately, stripped of every privilege he once flaunted. He was placed on a path toward expulsion with no special treatment to shield him. He would undergo mandatory counseling, a strict behavioral plan involving his parents, and even a law enforcement review to ensure his actions carried lasting consequences. Gasps filled the assembly. Liam's once proud smirk was gone, replaced with fear and shame. His parents, sitting stiffly in the back, could not escape the weight of the humiliation. Zara stepped forward, her voice steady and clear. "I never wanted revenge," she said. "I wanted respect, and today, justice spoke louder than hate." The hall erupted in thunderous applause. Elena placed a proud hand on her daughter's shoulder as they walked out together, heads held high. Behind them, Liam's world crumbled, his arrogance shattered beyond repair. This was more than punishment, it was a message. Hate will never win when dignity stands tall. If Zara's triumph inspired you, remember to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more powerful stories of resilience and justice.